friends, I'd like to talk to you today about pores, because for many of us they can be a bit of an issue, but I want to put a spin on pores today and tell you about what they do for you, how good they are, and I'm also going to share some advice on what you can do to treat your pores if you wish to make them look smaller, tighter, smoother. So, first things first, let me explain the point of pores and why we should all be embracing them, because pores are amazing. They're tiny little vessels in our skin that allow the sebum, the oil, to travel through to the surface of our skin. And when you think of oil, you can often think, oh, I don't want oil on my skin, but oil is what keeps our skin looking more youthful, more plumper, more younger for longer. And the way oil gets to the skin is through our pores. So if we didn't have any pores at all, our skin would age on a much faster rate, because it wouldn't have the oil to kind of condition it and keep our skin nice and supple. So pores are very important. They play an important role in our skin health. However, as we get older, our pores do get a little bigger. And the reason for that is because as we age, we start to lose collagen in our skin. And collagen is the stuff that keeps our skin taut, tight, firm and bouncy and youthful. But as we age, we kind of stop producing so much collagen. So what that means is, as the collagen starts to slow down in its production, the skin becomes a little bit looser, a little bit less elastic. So what happens, those pores become slightly bigger and looser. It's almost like, imagine a sock, a brand new sock, it's all nice and tight around the ankle. And then once you've worn it a load of times, washed it a load of times, that the ankles of the sock become a bit baggy. That's kind of what happens to our pores as we get older. Now, I'm going to share with you some ways that you can not get rid of pores, because pores are very important, but we can improve the look of them as we age. Now, there's a number of things we can do, and the first thing is to exfoliate. And depending on your age, you might like, so I would say if you're in your sort of mid to early 30s, you might like to exfoliate once a week. And if you're 35 to 45, you might like to exfoliate twice a week. And then 45 and over, you might find exfoliating 3 times a week is more beneficial. So what exfoliating will do is it will just help declog those pores. So you want to really start exfoliating, and what you'll notice is that over time, exfoliation is going to improve the look of the pores, because it's going to make the surface area smoother. It's going to encourage new skin cells to show through, because you're going to slough away dead skin cells. And sometimes those dead skin cells can kind of clog up pores, and start to stretch them as well. So exfoliation is brilliant. Now, exfoliation, you could use a little muslin cloth, which is you can get pretty much anywhere. And what you'll do is exfoliate your skin, cleanse your skin as you like to cleanse your skin. And then take your muslin cloth and with some damp warm water, wet it, and then gradually just buff it into the skin. So I like to cleanse my face first and then go over with the muslin cloth with a bit of the cleanser on it as well. And that's a very inexpensive way that you can exfoliate your skin. My advice with a muslin cloth is buy a few, because I think you need to wash them quite regularly. If you want to do a step up from a muslin cloth, then something that I use is this Dermatx, and this is kind of like a one step up of exfoliation. It's a microdermabrasion cream. So this has tiny little crystal particles in, very, very fine. And I don't know if you can see there, but what you'll do is you'll put this onto your face and just circle buffing motions, and I'll do it all around my neck as well, and then wash it off, and it will give you incredibly smooth, just really kind of almost like you've had a facial. It will really brighten your skin, and it comes in, you've got rejuvenate, you've got brighten, and you've got clarify. So there's 3 different ones there, and these are all on Beauty in the Boutique. I've handpicked these because I swear by them. So again, there'll be a link that you can look at. They're all very good. I tend to use this one the most, which is the Rejuvenate. So that's exfoliation. Other things you can look at, if you find that you've got over oily skin, so remember, oil is very, very good for our skin because it keeps our skin looking youthful and more bouncy for longer, especially as we age. If you find that you're over oily and you want to start controlling that oil production, then a very inexpensive tip to do is to use a jojoba oil. Now, it can sound a bit counterintuitive to use a jojoba oil because you're thinking, oh, why do I want to treat oil with oil? But actually, a jojoba oil isn't actually an oil as such. It looks and feels like an oil, but it's actually made up of lots of waxy esters. And when it's applied to the skin, it actually almost mimics sebum. So what that means, it tricks your skin into thinking that it's produced enough sebum, so it stops producing so much sebum. This is excellent, and you could apply this at night. It's also really good for rosacea, or if you've got irritated skin. An excellent oil I absolutely swear by. And again, there's lots more details of this on Beauty in the Boutique, but you get a jojoba oil in lots of places. This is just the one that I like to use because it's organic. I know where it's sourced and I know it to be excellent quality. And the trick to buying good jojoba oil is to make sure it's certified organic and it's of the best quality, which I believe this one to be. Other things you can do to help the size of your pores is to encourage your skin to make more collagen, because if you can encourage your skin to make more collagen, then essentially it's going to stay more plumper, more firmer, more tighter, more elasticated for longer. So your pores are going to go from like being a bit sort of baggy to going a bit more like that. So there's some really great ways you can encourage your skin to produce more collagen. One way is a really good vitamin C serum. Another option is to use a retinol. That again, vitamin C or retinol can really help make your skin produce more collagen over time. If you don't want to apply something such as vitamin C or retinol because you don't want your skin to get irritated by it, because with retinol your skin will peel, it will look red, and you will have to go through at least 2 skin cycles, which is about 8 to 10 weeks of your skin going a bit scaly and not looking particularly nice until your skin gets used to it. Then you could take a collagen supplement. This is the one that I take, and this will feed your skin collagen and make your skin feel just bouncier, more youthful, and it will help improve the look of all your skin all over your body. If you want to make your pores look bigger, if you want to make your pores look smaller instantly, then makeup can obviously help. And I would advise using a primer that is like a silicone-based primer that smooths over the skin and almost sits on the surface of the skin in the sense that it fills the little tiny craters. Another thing you can do is use a foundation or a translucent powder that mats down where your pores are. So if you're using quite a dewy looking foundation, which actually I think looks beautiful on skin, it really makes the skin look very, very youthful. But if you put like a dewy or a some sort of foundation that isn't matte on your pores, then the dewiness is going to actually highlight the texture of your skin, because the light is going to reflect differently off those textures. But if you were to just mattify where your pores are, say your nose here, a bit here and a bit there, wherever you feel that your pores are quite noticeable, if you just mattify that bit down there, then that will really just help take down the look of the pores, because it will almost get rid of that how the light shines off it, because you're just almost making it very flat. And the flatter that you make your skin look, the less your pores will show up. I hope that makes sense. I wouldn't, if you like wearing a dewy foundation, then I wouldn't recommend wearing a matte foundation all over, or putting like a mattifying powder all over. Just put it over the parts where you feel your pores look a bit more exaggerated. However, I will say it's probably only you that looks at your pores in that way. Most people will not be looking that closely at your face unless they're going in for a little kiss. But I would say that most people won't even notice. So if you're doing your makeup in a magnifying mirror, of course you're going to see those pores a lot more, but just always remember to flip the magnifying mirror to the normal side, then look at your face. And please, pores are good. Don't let them get you down. They are very, very good for us. So do embrace them. Hope these tips and advice help. And yeah, see you soon for some more. Bye.